On the evening of August 25, 2025, Arizona was plunged into chaos as a colossal dust storm, known locally and meteorologically as a haboob, swept across the state, leaving a trail of destruction, disorientation, and awe. The storm, which originated near Casa Grande and Eloy, barreled northward into the Phoenix Valley around 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, triggering emergency alerts, grounding flights, and cutting power to tens of thousands of residents. At 3:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, radar detects a fast-moving wall of dust forming in Pinal County. The haboob begins its advance toward Phoenix, Mesa, and Avondale. Dust storm warnings issued for I-10, I-17, and U.S. Route 60. Visibility drops to less than 50 feet in some areas. Traffic halts. Thunderstorm outflows intensify, bringing rain, lightning, and hail. Over 15,000 homes and businesses report power outages.
Very quickly here.
The haboob was described by witnesses and meteorologists alike as gigantic, with its towering wall of dust stretching for miles across the horizon. Social media was flooded with dramatic footage showing highways swallowed whole by the storm, vehicles pulled aside, and skies turning an apocalyptic shade of brown. Mark O'Malley, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service, NWS, in Phoenix, explained, "This was a textbook haboob triggered by intense downdrafts from nearby thunderstorms. The dry conditions in Phoenix this monsoon season created the perfect setup." Winds reached speeds of 60 to 66 miles per hour, strong enough to topple trees, rip roofs from homes in Marana, and damage the terminal roof at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Phoenix Sky Harbor, one of the busiest airports in the United States, was forced to halt operations for nearly an hour. More than 100 flights were delayed, and several were canceled. The terminal suffered leaks and water damage as crews scrambled to contain the situation. Heather Shelbrack, the airport's deputy aviation director, stated, "Crews have been identifying leaks and attempting to clean up water where it has collected in passenger areas. We're working around the clock to restore full operations." The storm knocked out power for approximately 41,000 Salt River Project customers and 7,400 Arizona Public Service customers. By Tuesday morning, only 265 remained without electricity, but the damage had already been done.
Monster haboob coming in the sky.
Richard Philly, a resident of Gilbert, described the eerie experience. "The dust found its way inside through every little crack in space. It was like the desert had invaded our home." The Arizona Department of Transportation (ADOT) issued its pull aside, stay alive protocol, urging motorists to exit highways, turn off lights, and wait for conditions to improve. Despite the chaos, no major crashes or injuries were reported, a testament to swift public compliance and emergency coordination. Police in Gilbert warned residents. Traffic light outages and downed trees are widespread. Please avoid travel unless absolutely necessary. Following the dust storm, monsoon rains drenched parts of southeast California and southwest Arizona, with rainfall totals reaching 1 to 2 inches in some areas. Flash flood warnings were issued for Tucson Metro, western Pima County, and the Tejano-O'odham Nation. The National Weather Service extended an ozone high pollution advisory through August 25th, citing elevated health risks due to airborne particulates and stagnant air. Bernie Boykin Heitzman, a mother of 2, was caught in the storm while driving. "I couldn't see my hand in front of my face if I put my hand outside. I was nervous but tried to be brave for my kids." Her children, aged 9 and 11, were reportedly shaken but safe. The family spent 15 harrowing minutes trapped in their vehicle, tasting dust through closed windows. Local shelters opened their doors to those affected by power outages and property damage. The Red Cross deployed emergency teams across Maricopa and Pinal counties, offering food, water, and temporary housing. Governor Katie Hobbs issued a statement late Monday night. Arizona has faced nature's fury, but we will recover together. I've directed all state agencies to assist in cleanup and restoration efforts. The term haboob originates from Arabic, meaning strong wind or gale. These storms are common in arid regions and are typically short-lived but extremely intense. Dust can rise up to 10,000 feet into the air, reducing visibility to near zero and posing serious risks to transportation and respiratory health. Arizona's monsoon season, which runs from June to September, has become increasingly unpredictable due to climate variability. Experts warn that urban expansion and soil degradation may exacerbate the frequency and intensity of future dust storms. Dr. Elena Ramirez, a climate scientist at Arizona State University, noted, "We're seeing more extreme weather events. Urban planning must adapt to these new realities, especially in desert regions." Photos and videos of the storm went viral, showing surreal scenes of Phoenix disappearing behind a curtain of dust. One clip showed a lone cyclist pedaling through the haze, headlights barely piercing the gloom. Twitter user Desert Storm AZ posted, "Never seen anything like this. It felt like the end of the world." Residents are urged to stay informed through official channels. Weather updates: weather.gov/Phoenix. Road conditions: call 511 or visit az.gov. Red Cross assistance: 1-800-733-2767. A towering wall of dust, known meteorologically as a haboob, swallowed parts of Metro Phoenix Monday evening, plunging the city into near-zero visibility. The dust storm was quickly followed by severe thunderstorms that tore through the city, leaving behind downed trees, wind damage, and widespread power outages. At Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, a connector bridge was shredded by 70 miles per hour wind gusts. The National Weather Service in Phoenix issued both dust storm and severe thunderstorm warnings as the system pushed into Maricopa County Monday evening. The Weather Service warned drivers of dangerously low visibility and urged people to pull aside, stay alive. The Arizona Department of Transportation echoed the warning, saying there was significantly reduced visibility on I-10 and I-17 due to the dust storm and flooding on roadways, urging drivers to proceed with caution. In Gilbert, Arizona, about 22 miles southeast of Phoenix, there are traffic light outages and downed trees across town, police said, urging residents to avoid travel due to dangerous conditions. Dust storms are nothing new in Arizona's monsoon season, but this storm packed extra punch. A thunderstorm collapsed, and its winds blasted outward, scooping up desert soil and building it into a rolling wall of dust. These walls can climb thousands of feet high and stretch for miles, cutting off the horizon in seconds, similar to a blizzard in winter. You can see a haboob's wall of dust coming from a distance, but by the time it reaches you, it's too late to seek shelter, especially if you're behind the wheel of a vehicle. It's nearly impossible to see more than a few feet in front of you in the worst of these storms as the dust chokes out light. The haboob in Phoenix comes after a weekend dust storm in Nevada blew through Burning Man, an annual arts gathering in Black Rock City, about 120 miles from Reno. As attendees began arriving at the remote desert location Saturday, Strong thunderstorm winds kicked up a dust plume, closing access roads and sending vendors scrambling to secure their tents. "We had to take our sign down. We weren't expecting that," vendor Mike Chuda told CNN affiliate KTVN. "The wind was in such a perfect angle that it was bending our booth forward. So that was pretty wild." The southwest monsoon pattern isn't quite done yet, and neither is the triple-digit heat. Phoenix picked up just under a quarter inch of rain with these storms Monday, and the area has a continued chance of thunderstorms Tuesday into Wednesday before the threat eases for the latter half of the week. The heat will build throughout the week, but dry air will limit the potential for late-week thunderstorms. Meanwhile, Bernie Boykin Heitzman was driving her son and daughter, ages 9 and 11, home from school when the storm, known as a haboob, arrived late in the afternoon in Arizona City, about 60 miles southeast of Phoenix. She had to quickly pull over as the storm engulfed her car. "I couldn't see my hand in front of my face if I put my hand outside," she said. Boykin Heitzman said she could taste the dust and feel the strong wind rattling her car until it finally passed about 15 minutes later. "I was nervous," she said. "My kids were really scared, so I was trying to be brave for them." A haboob is a dust storm pushed by the wind produced by a weather front or thunderstorm and typically occurs in flat, arid areas. Heavy rain and wind followed Monday's haboob, delaying flights at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport and causing some damage to a terminal roof. Crews have been identifying leaks and attempting to clean up water where it has collected in passenger areas. Heather Shelbrack, the airport's deputy aviation director for public relations, said in an email. Richard Philly, a retired university professor who lives in Gilbert, said the dust storm caused the trees to sway and knocked bird feeders to the ground. "Fine dust found its way through every little crack and space into his house," he said. "The windstorm part of it, I'm glad it's gone," he said. "You look at the photos of haboobs and they are a spectacular natural phenomenon. They are kind of beautiful in their own way." Phoenix has been drier than usual during the monsoon season, while parts of southeast and north-central Arizona have had a fair amount of rain, said Mark O'Malley, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Phoenix.
Oh my God. Wow. Look at this thing. Massive.